Now, the legal back and forth surrounding the suspension of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan may have tilted in her favor, but it is not hurrah or hooray for her. Now, despite a federal high court ruling nullifying her 6-month suspension from the Senate, the Kogi Central senator delayed her return, citing legal advice. Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan said she would await the certified true copy of the court judgment before making any definitive move regarding her return to plenary. Asuko, Senator Natasha, a few days ago, promised to return to the Senate on Tuesday, but later shelved it, citing legal advice. But were you surprised, the fact that she did not resume on Tuesday?
I think we are all getting it a bit wrong. Maybe it's the media that is trying to play a fast one, or the media did not understand what some people in the media, let me use some. Because for this case, when Senator Natasha took this case to court, she was not suspended.
Okay.
She was not suspended when she took this case to court. So, and recall, she couldn't have been part of whatever she wanted from the court. She just knew that, she would be suspended, but she was still a senator then, when she took this case to court. So what the court actually did was to make pronouncements. It was just a consequential order, to make pronouncements saying that what they said it did was just reckless. That is what they
used the word excessive.
Excessive. That is what they call it, excessive and unconstitutional. That is what they call it. So because if you look at other things that the judge actually said, was that they have the right to discipline their member. Senator Natasha did not go to court to say, recall me, because then she was still a senator of the Federal Republic when she took this case to court. So I think that is where we are all getting it wrong. Because if you ask, she's not asking for certified true copy of whatever was said there in the court. But I can tell you, by the time it will come out, she will be shocked. She should just do what the court has said she should do, apologize, and then go back to, represent her people. Because I have heard so many people have called some lawyers and have asked them, and they are saying, what did she, because the court is not a Father Christmas.
The court also
asked, what you take to the court, that is what the court...
The court also said she should apologize.
Yes.
She should apologize to the court, the public, or the Senate, or to both of them.
And even put advertorial in national dailies too.
But not to apologize to the Senate.
To the Senate.
Okay, she should apologize to the Senate as well.
So because we need to, let's just clarify that. Because so many people are saying, she's supposed to have resumed. What did she take to the court first? Because she was still a senator when she took this matter to the court.
Biko, I need you to weigh in on this. Looking at what Asuko said, do you agree with him?
I think that the Nigerian people has been misled too much on this matter. The court didn't give a consequential order to the point that Natasha should be immediately recalled to the Senate to continue her work. Those who were in the courtroom attest to that fact. I do not know, I am not aware that the certified true copy of a judgment is going to be fundamentally different to what happened in open court. It is a summary, the CTC is usually a summary of what transpired in open court. Remember the matter of the Kano State Appeals Tribunal, Election Appeals Tribunal,
Okay.
where in open court, the judge declared that the APC candidate was the rightful winner of the election. Only for a rogue clerical officer to put in the CTC that the NNPP, the candidate of the NNPP, that is the sitting governor now, was the winner. Of course, those who are in court, including the judges, said, no, this was not what we decided. And I remember a popular lawyer in Nigeria, a son, advising, saying that, since the CTC said so, that means that that the governor of Kano State won the appeal. So I sat in our studios and I said, okay, if you believe that you won the appeal, don't bother to appeal. Let us see.
I remember.
Wole Olanipekun-San, probably the best lawyer in our country, was the lawyer to the Kano State governor.
NMP.
He said, we are not going to wait for the CTC error to be corrected. He knew that even the matter of appeal was time-bound. He said, we are going to appeal straight away. That's a sensible lawyer who knew what he was doing. Because he knew that what transpired in open court cannot be changed in the CTC. You can't give victory to A in open court and then go and give victory to B in the CTC. What you find in the CTC is just a summary of what transpired in court. It will never be radically different to what happened in court. So that's an example that I can cite.
Yes.
Because we don't forget these things easily. So he quickly appealed. Why did he appeal? Maybe one lawyer was trying to mislead everybody that, it is NNPP that won that appeal. If they had not appealed, their case would have ended at that point.
Exactly.
And an APC governor will have taken, the APC candidate will have taken over. So what transpired in the case of Natasha in open court was that all the matters that she brought against the Senate president were resolved against her. All the matters. Akpabio complained to the court about that satirical piece.
Okay.
The judge ruled in Akpabio's favor. Akpabio was the complainant. I hear people say, no, the apology is going to the court. How can an apology go to the court? Is the court the complainant? It was Akpabio that brought the case to court. People are out there misleading the woman. So that was resolved against her. The matter of contempt was also resolved against her. She's been asked to pay 5 million naira. The matter of whether she could speak from the seat where she was speaking that day was also resolved against her because the court affirmed that by the rules of the Senate, you can only speak from the seat officially assigned to you. The matter of whether it was right to take a matter before the Ethics and Privileges Committee was also resolved against her. The matter of discipline for aberrant behavior was also resolved against her. 4 issues resolved against her on the day. But you see, as I always say, one philosopher said, time is a gentleman. I like that statement, that time is a gentleman. Time doesn't rush.
Exactly.
We human beings are the ones who rush. Time, no, they rush. So, in the fullness of time, this CTC will come out. Anytime from now, the CTC will come out. We'll then see what will happen. But she knows, and she should know as a lawyer, that if a judge gives an order, you either obey that order or you proceed on appeal. So the options are open to her. It's either you proceed on appeal if you don't like some elements of that judgment, or you go ahead and appeal. There is also a time ceiling within which you must appeal. If you allow that time to be exhausted, then you are obligated to obey the judgment of the court without any shadow of a doubt. So this is where we are on her matter. So, and the Senate is waiting. I knew that she would not go before the Senate. When I was reading, because Nigerians get easily excited about little things, I knew that she would not go. She just said that maybe to trend. He knows that Nigerians get easily excited about little things. So she then promised to go there. People were clapping, people were hailing. Only for her to say, no, I'm not going because of legal advice. I'm no longer going. You cannot go into the Senate currently. You can't. There is another of the courts that you have to obey. The apology, the fine. You have to do those things, resolve those matters before you go back to work. And the matter will still be debated.
Okay.
The decision is for the leadership of the Senate to make.
Okay.
So we are waiting. We know, but I know that the law will take its course.
Exactly.
The law is not emotional by nature.
Yes.
Cases are not decided on social media pages.
Okay.
Just like elections are not won on social media pages. Court cases are not decided on social media cases.
All right.
And court cases are decided based on the letters of the law.
Okay.
So,
I like
in my view,
yes.
This is just impotent gra-gra.
I like that, but time is a gentleman. But anyway, Asuko, thank you so much for doing this on Journalist Hangout. BKO, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Appreciate you as always.
Thanks.
All right then, and that's it on Journalist Hangout today. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday for the longer version of Journalist Hangout on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.